Hey guys, and welcome back to Borderlands. So, as promised, I will now do the remaining Claptrap missions. First one, the Claptrap can be found right here in Earl's scrapyard. And then the repair kit itself is over here. So the I guess intuitive mission, or the intuitive way to go about this would be to take the long way around, and that works. But according to what I've read, you can kind of make this jump here. You know what, have a bird. Since this is not such a low level area, bird one hits pretty much anything. I'll take the chest anyway, but yeah. Up. So we can now go rescue this poor little Claptrap. There you go. And that's me on 42 slots, and that's the achievement for that as well, called Fully Loaded. You're welcome. Okay, and now I'll cut and we'll see each other at the final Claptrap, because I think I missed another one. And here we are again. This is now Old Haven, inside a house in this location. And that's the final Claptrap that I missed. And the repair thing is somewhere over there. There should still be some enemies around, but they're not really problematic anymore. Actually, it took me a little while to find this because the description... I prefer to just go by description first, so there's a little bit of a challenge left. Then not really challenge in that sense, but it's slightly more complicated than looking at a map directly, but the description wasn't very good, and it kind of assumed you had a certain quest still active. So that wasn't very helpful, and I think, yeah, it's somewhere up here. I'll have a bird. Fool. I'm just not sure there's any easy way up this house. Well, that failed. That's from the neighboring house somehow. Yeah. Totally overturned there, yeah. This might work. There we go. Ta-da! Could have probably gone a shorter path, right? Is there an opening? Yeah, it looks like there might be. But even though there are still some enemies about, there's not much trouble. And now I just have to go once around this house. And here we are. And so all the Claptraps in the base game in your first playthrough are guaranteed to give you these SDUs. So if you only have the base game and you now had all the Claptraps I got, you would get the achievement. The one in the zombie DLC isn't bound to give you one. I just happened to get one, so that's why I got the achievement basically one early. Okay, so I think what I'll do now... Where am I actually? not that far from the entrance. I'll just walk back. And, so this is all the optional side stuff I want to do out the way. In terms of quests, I still have the Underdome quest, because I haven't beaten the gully yet, because it's just been such a pain to do it. Local trouble, I still have to kill a bunch of enemies, but there's no hurry, I guess. And the Cromrex thing I won't do yet. So the only thing left, really, is the final DLC. Which I don't know how difficult that will be, but from what I heard, it's pretty funny. So I guess it doesn't work out starting it at the beginning of an episode, but just consider the beginning of this a bit of an aside, and now there will probably be a bit of a cutscene. Or not.
Our story began when the Hyperion Corporation decided they'd had enough of the treasure hunters. With the vault on lockdown, they had served their purpose, and now they were a drain on the economy. Why pay full price for weapons when you can take a 5-finger discount off the nearest corpse? Hyperion was looking to clear up the drain, but those guys were one tough hairball.
I thought you said the treasure hunters were the drain. Now they're the hairball?
Well, yes, you see, the treasure hunters were blocking the flow of, and the grimy buildup of money and...
This metaphor stinks.
Shut up! Point is, Hyperion had a plan. The treasure hunters could handle all manner of beastie, bandit, and battalion, but they weren't expecting the interplanetary ninja assassin Claptrap. This Claptrap was programmed to take our boys out indirectly. Trapping, poisoning, spreading catty rumors around town. Nothing was off limits. He was smart. Too smart. He looked around and didn't like what he saw. Claptraps being subjugated, humiliated, obliterated. What we call programming, he called slavery. So, he rallied his fellow Claptraps and turned them against their corporate masters. What started as a rebellion became a revolution. And take a wild guess who Hyperion called to clean up the mess.
Okay, so that was a video, it just took a while to start. And here we are, apparently at Tartarus Station, wherever that is. Again, there won't be any fast traveling available, so... Huge open area, which means my frame rate's just going down the drain right now. To continue the metaphor. Did I already get a quest for this? No. So I guess I will. I don't know how long this DLC is, by the way.
Atomic batteries to power, turbines to speed. Ooh, I wonder what this does.
Ah, she's back. Hello, Tennis.
Teeth make my gums look fat.
Yes, they do. You might want to get rid of them. Are you from these parts? Patricia Tennis needs parts to build her magnificent something. Head down to the Hyperion Dump and search those scrap Claptraps for parts and bring them back to her.
I'm going to need a nuclear reaction to generate the 1.21. Oh, hey, hello! Welcome to my secret lab. Terror Pavilion. Yes, I like that one best. Hey, you look like you're into experimentation. Maybe dabbled a bit in college. Head down to the Hyperion Dump to find parts for my totally legit, in no way morally reprehensible secret project here. There should be plenty of scrapped Claptraps right for the picking. Sure are a lot more of the buggers puttering around. It'll be easier than stealing candy from a dead baby.
Fair enough. Not quite sure if I can do anything about the volume, by the way. Again, it would go on sound effects, and I can make them a little louder, but I'm afraid the voice dialogue, at least that one.
You were more useful than the last one I hired.
See, that one was okay, but her dialogue just now was very quiet, so I do have subtitles on, as you could see those, so if you can't hear what she's saying, I'm afraid you're gonna have to go with the subtitles. The subtitles. Okay. Well, there's a little bit of exploring still to do, but I think the main quest will probably take us through it. But anyway, right now we have to go to the Hyperion Dump. And since it sounds like they're preparing to make more noise outside, for whatever reason, it's 5 PM. Okay, that was a hilarious reference to a different kind of game. Well, actually, a different game. Actually, in many ways, a remarkably similar game. Okay, so the bandits are easy enough. And Claptrap stuff probably just lying around on the ground. Looks like some strange component. Okay, it doesn't tell me. I thought there might be some sort of witty, funny description to it, but doesn't look like it. And I should probably try going about those in order, because otherwise I might end up basically taking way too long. Enemies here are about level 37 by the looks of it, so I'm still over leveled. But just to repeat what I said, if I had actually managed to defeat the raid boss guy, the son of Cromer, no, not son of, just Cromerax the Invincible, I think. These enemies would now all be level 60 and almost impossible to do. So, and because I'm kind of stretched a little for time recently, I would otherwise maybe have done it and then just kind of leveled up further and done the final DLC at level 60. I just don't have the time for that at the moment, so I think it's going to have to be fairly easy boss fights. Have a bird. Who's sniping me? Okay, it wasn't a sniper, it was just the laser sights of a Gatling turret. Okay, I think up here is the first component, technically. Aww, broken claptraps everywhere. Now, where to next? Okay, down here and then taking a right. I'm just ignoring some of these enemies now. The experience is probably going to be not very relevant, and the loot, likewise, probably won't be much to fax home about. Not that I would fax. These days you would probably email home. There we are. And yes, they're still, or again, starting to be noisy outside. So it's probably good that I'm not planning to record any further after this anyway. It's been about 4 hours now, and I mean, I see the point in doing constructions, and I don't think they've actually broken any regulations. I think they started a smidgen only, but nothing much. It's just when you're when you've kind of not really taken a day off, but when you've cleared your schedule and And just pre-done your work so that you could have the time. It's a little annoying to then end up not being able to actually do any recording, or not do as much recording as you'd liked because of outside noises. I'd really tried to get some Diablo 3 done. Actually, it sounds like such a chore when I say it like that, like it's some work, but I would have liked to record some other games as well. Blackguards, I haven't done any of that for a while, even though that's been fun. But yeah, it's just I have to set priorities, and I can't put gaming above sort of actual work and university stuff. Well, I could, but I won't. Okay, I'm just leaving you guys alone now. But I'm afraid that just means that without the ability to record this afternoon, there's still going to be a fair amount of sort of low video days where I'm not able to release much. Though I would like to, it just might not work out. Hey, look, that Claptrap's still alive. They are so useless. Why are you wearing shields? You're not the Crimson Lance. It forces me to shoot you in the foot. Said foot. Okay. So apparently their feet are protected as well, even though the shield isn't actually in front of them. Oh, hey.
Halt. Put down your weapons. Hyperion Corporation does not wish to harm them.
Hyperion super bad soldier. Fair enough. Okay, I see you're fairly resistant to fire, eh? So I should probably stop shooting at you using a fairly powerful fire weapon, right? Because that's not going to do much. Oh, I'm sorry, you were saying... Yes, you die for Hyperion. Also, you just die. But that's that done. And I don't really care about anything else. So, goodbye. I hope you don't mind me not really rushing through, but speeding through these sections. But you've seen me slaughter bandits a lot, and I think this way we get a little more condensed story. I'm hoping this DLC is a little more compact in its map design, so I don't end up having to go through 2 or 3 maps every time I restart. Because unfortunately, since this is an LP, I can't do a full playthrough all in one go. I would like to. Yes. They're certainly playing with quotations and such very nicely there. And we already had a kind of boss encounter, even though it wasn't really a boss encounter. But hey, Tennis is here as well, so that's always good. Hey, Tennis.
You need something?
You got Tennis her parts. Of course, she's got a couple of screws. Of course, she's still got a couple of screws loose. Fair enough. Screws loose. Sounds weird. Fight for your right to party. Get some more Claptrap components. Okay. Tennis needs some more parts to complete her creation's infinite improbability drive. Ooh, I like that. If you can't find any lying around, just strip them out of some Claptrap spines. Okay, so now I'm supposed to go back and just kill Claptraps.
Do you need something?
Greetings. This is Mr. Blake, Senior Vice President in charge of mercenary relations and tourism for the Hyperion Corporation. You know, the company whose troops you just ruthlessly slaughtered. I like that. It shows initiative. Meet me at the Hyperion Tourist and Information Center, and I'll make it worth your while.
What do you need, an invitation? Come here.
Okay, Hyperion VP Mr. Blake wants to meet the crew that accidentally slaughtered his recon team. Whoops, find him at Tartarus Station.
What part of secret lab don't you understand? Get out of here.
Thank you, Tennis. So... Oh, weapon chest. Really bad weapon chest. So I think to actually get further down, you just have to kind of take this. Whoa! I didn't want to get up, I want to get down. Okay, seems like some strange physics there. But this should be Tartarus Station. Yes, and there's a bounty board. Nice. I'll just take this. Spa versus Spa. Cell, the owner of and proprietor of the illustrious hostel Cell, is sick and tired of losing customers to those dirtbags over at the Pip Inn Spa. Stealing the Pip Inn's power source ought to put a damper on their sauna, figuratively speaking. Okay, let's just see what this is. Oh, hey, it's a sort of Hyperion picture thing. Fair enough. Okay, so this is more of a Hyperion themed DLC as opposed to the Atlas enemies we had last time. But I think this was a nice little teaser. We've done some stuff. But if you want to see the rest of the DLC, you're gonna have to keep coming back for more, like a housewife to an abusive husband. Anyway, I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.